The Melbourne Cup has been run and won, with Verry Elleegant storming home to hand Chris Waller his first win in the race that stops the nation. Drew Jones is in Melbourne, joins us to dissect the wash-up to the race. Drew, good morning. We'll get to the winner shortly. House safety was a big issue, though, heading into the Cup. Did everyone pull up okay?
Yeah, Pete, so no tragedies like we've had over the last 7 or 8 years. That has been such a massive focus, and that's why they brought in the extra health and safety checks. But a couple of little niggles coming out of the Cup. So the raging hot favourite Incentivise, who ran second, and it was a really brave run he'd won 9 in a row, and Peter Moody had certainly prepped him well for the race. So a swollen right leg, he told the stewards after the race, and Incentivise will be assessed over the next couple of days by vets, but expected to make a full recovery. And early in the race, Tralee Rose, who won the Geelong Cup, copped a knock on the leg and was able to finish the race, but didn't run to its absolute potential. So again, will be monitored over the next few days, but nothing lasting, or certainly nothing disastrous to come out of the race. There have been 7 equine deaths in the last 8 or 9 years in the Cup. So all of those veterinary checks, the CT scans, which, you know, that machine broke and they had to send it away to Boston to get it back, that's all worked out for the best. Even though there were less international horses, Pete, as a result, it looks like the safety of the race was a little bit elevated than it has been in previous years.
Andrew, a few sore heads this morning for the connections of Verry Elleegant, no doubt.
Yeah, and anyone who had money on Verry Elleegant, no doubt about that. It was paying around $18 to win the Melbourne Cup yesterday. Fantastic race, and fantastically won by James McDonald in the saddle, his first ever Melbourne Cup. And same goes for Chris Waller, who hasn't necessarily been known as a trainer for producing great stayers. Of course, most famously trained Winx and took Winx to so many consecutive victories and a sensational career in racing. But the Melbourne Cup has been something that's eluded Chris Waller for quite a long time. Of course, he's based in Sydney, but this was one that he certainly wanted to get under the belt. So him and James McDonald, they combined for the Everest victory earlier in the Spring Carnival, and now they do the job at the Melbourne Cup. Incentivise running second, a great run from him, just falling short in those last couple of 100 metres. Verry Elleegant has been a sensational racehorse. It was the reigning horse of the year in Australia, and it's its 10th Group 1 victory, so certainly well-deserved, and Connections celebrating pretty hard last night, as you can imagine, in Melbourne. And Brace Sokolovsky, who is a part owner in Incentivise and Verry Elleegant, was pretty much set to win no matter what, so he enjoyed first and second, the Quinella in the Cup. Running third was Spanish Mission, one of those international raiders. The 161st edition of the Melbourne Cup, certainly one to remember. 10,000 fans in their house. Hopefully by next year, Pete, there'll be the normal 80, 90,000, maybe even pushing 100,000 there on the day that, or the race that stops the nation.
Did you win, Drew?
I actually did. I don't know if you were watching yesterday morning, but I was tipping each way on Verry Elleegant for my pick, other than Incentivise. So if you had a little bit of money on both each way, you end up a winner. So I wouldn't consider myself an absolute racing expert, but I was for yesterday.
Well done. Drew Jones, appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.